Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Prog Report podcast reaction video, our new music reactions for May 2024. I'm not sure we did one in April. We tried to do it every month and just stuff happens and things get in the way. But hopefully you've caught up on some of the cool stuff that we've done recently. The Dream Theater Setlist podcast was really cool, and a few Willow Progs and some other stuff. And of course, joining me here is Kyle Fagala, who just had a big birthday. So that was busy. That kept everybody busy. And
Yeah,
there's a special video that was produced for him, so maybe that'll see the light of day. We'll see.
it was awesome. I need to reshare that thing. You guys did an awesome job. So, in
Yeah,
addition to being
that
music
was a lot of fun.
critics, you're pretty good musicians, and you wore a wig. So,
I wore a
again,
wig, and
it's a good
maybe we
wig.
shouldn't let the video see the light of day. But no, it was a lot of fun, and yeah, certainly glad to be doing this. There's been a lot of great music that's come out in the last few weeks since we did our last one, and a few albums that come out. I just want to give a shout out to a few albums that just dropped. The new one from The Tangent, Andy Tillison, basically going solo on this one, plays every instrument, and it's a phenomenal prog record
Wow.
called To Follow Polaris. Is out today, May 10th, as we're doing this. Wheels album, Charismatic Leaders, came out last week, May 3rd. I love that record. I think it's amazing. One of the best ones so far this year. And if you like your prog metal and maybe in a more, I don't know if I'd call it intellectual, but it sort of feels like that's appropriate to how that album is. I think you should check that out. And well, if you like something different, a little bit more jazzy, a little bit more world music influenced, Mandoki Soulmates, featuring a lot of musicians. Al Di Meola, Ian Anderson's on it, a bunch of people. Pretty cool record as well. It's called The Memory of Our Future, which is also out today. I'm sure there's a bunch of other stuff, but just wanted to give a shout out to those. So let's go ahead and jump right into these, Kyle, shall we?
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see. As
I'm
always, we're going to
excited.
do four tracks and just give you a little bit of info. Our first one is going to be from Evergrey, great prog metal band.
Cool.
It's been around a while, long time. They have a new album out, comes out on June 7th. This is the second single called Say. The first one, Falling from the Sky, I think it's called. Sorry if I'm butchering the first single, but that was an amazing song. But by the time we finally got to do this podcast around, this song has already dropped, and it's also pretty cool. So I think we'll just go ahead and jump right into this one instead,
Napalm.
and check that out. They make pretty cool videos, like actually produced, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say they're like kind of look like they're dressed like from a Tool video, the one where they've got all this stuff on them.
Maybe I get the idea on that one.
Yeah, it's
He
cool.
has,
I like that.
for such a heavy band, he has almost the prettiest voice. It's like
Yeah,
really clean
it's
and
almost like
powerful, and
yeah, it almost sounds like 80s, like almost like hair metal or just like hard rock from like that, like where it's like it's very like you said, pristine, clean. I don't know if he's quite like Bon Jovi or something, but it's got like that sort of a strong. Maybe it's like power
yeah,
metal, like esque
it's
sort of
it's
vocal
sort of
approach.
power metal. It's just right
Yeah,
in there. It's sort of power metal, but it's not cheesy. But
yeah,
it's
you
also
can't not
not as
like it.
technical as Dream Theater. It's sort of just right in the middle there. And I don't know. I've grown to sort of like their sound. The last few things they've done, I've really enjoyed.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good one to check out. But
And
I
they're
think if I was
Swedish. I'm seeing it, like
right,
everyone, they're Swedish.
that's right. I think if I was going to say one thing, it would be just that maybe I'd like to hear a little bit more technicality in some of the stuff.
Right, right.
It just sort of seems to play it safe. But that's just what they do. So I mean, you can't really criticize it too much. But
Yeah,
so the album's called Theories of Emptiness and comes out on June 7th. So if you're into those guys, you'd like that. I would check that out.
yeah.
Let's
It
go
doesn't
ahead and
sound bad.
do.
What I was trying to say about the way they look in the video, they remind me of
Yeah.
like the old man on the Unforgiven video, or like something from a Tool video. They've got like inexplicably like ash or paint on them or something. I don't know. I like that. I like
I
the
don't know
idea
why.
that they're like, you know what, for this video, we're gonna play amongst some flags, and then we're gonna randomly just be covered in paint or
Yeah, there's no real
ash.
reason for
I don't
that for them to be
maybe it's
covered in that.
pumice paste. I have no idea. Yeah, I like it though. Why
It just
not?
looks cool, but yeah, sure,
Yeah,
exactly.
I
Why
like
not?
it.
All right, let's go to the next one. Um, okay, I
We
always
need
have
more
trouble.
high concept videos these days. That's what we need. Okay,
That's right.
Teramaze, a
Next
Christian
one.
band. We didn't know that, right?
Apparently, it was brought to my attention that they're a Christian band. I'm not so sure that plays into what they really are like that much. Maybe the guys themselves feel that way or not.
Right,
But I don't hear their music as being any more Christian than anything else I listen to. I don't care either way. So it
right, right,
doesn't matter
right.
to me. Um, but it's not like I don't hear them singing about Jesus for whatever that's worth. So I don't know. But
Yeah,
but anyway, I like these guys a lot. Their last album was great. This new album comes out on May 24th. It's called Eli. Has like a long title. Give me a second and I'll pull that up. This is the second or maybe the third single by now called Step Right Up. And these guys sort of have their sound. The album's called Eli dash A Wonderful Fall from Grace. It's a concept record. A lot of the songs are long, 8-9 minutes.
huh.
Um, again, I think these guys also do sort of a little bit of a similar thing. They're a bit more. They have a bit more technical breakdowns in their music, longer songs, but the lead vocals again are really clean sounding and really nice sounding, which I like. I like the guy's voice in this band a lot, and
Yeah,
this song's really cool. Let's check. Let's check this out.
sweet.
I see the glow of the yellow lights, hear the hum of the city life. On the trees hiding moonlight, glows so calmly. What's in front of me? Fires burning on dirty streets, vacant stairs from the villainy. There's a man on the canopy, high above the tops of tallest trees.
Kind of Evergrey-ish this part, right? A little bit what we heard
Yeah,
before.
that keyboard guitar interface to me feels like early to mid '90s Dream Theater. Like, I like it.
You break the spell of the kill of the enemy. Many
I like this. The groove of it
Yeah,
feels so solid. I just dig it.
walked on your fallacy, like no place gone by. I looked around, it's a town that I'll never leave, like no place called my life. I'm willing to lose it all for the night. Are you ready now for the show? 'Cause only the king would know that out on the stage we found a place where the woman was faster. Are you ready now for the show? 'Cause only the king would know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. There's a few more other parts to that song and everything. But it's pretty long, 8 minutes.
yeah, it's cool.
Um,
Yeah, It's
go ahead.
funny. I feel like those two bands in a row, Evergrey, Teramaze. I prefer Teramaze for what it's worth, because I felt like there was a little bit more kind of interplay between the guitar and the keys and all that. And I
Yeah.
like his voice. It's nice, and it feels like a little more intricate. And I'm sure that if it's 8 minutes long, there's a few minutes of kind of acrobatics and maybe a little bit more interesting stuff that comes. But it sounds cool. I mean, I admittedly am a huge fan of Dream Theater, Images and Words, and Awake, and this feels kind of evocative of that. So I need to come
Another
back to
part
this
here.
album.
Let me go a little
Yeah.
bit. Let me
Yeah.
go down to another part here, which I think I'm gonna say is around here, and which I think is pretty cool. Let's check it out. No, here comes the breakdown. Anyway, yeah.
He's
I know.
got that John Myung signature bass, the Ernie Ball Music Man. So there's that. And I love seeing Jackson guitars. It always reminds me of that's when I started to love metal. Everybody was playing Jackson guitars. You don't see them as much anymore.
Jackson guitars. There were it was like a big Def Leppard thing, right? Back in the 90s.
Sure, yeah.
It was them and I don't know, maybe Queensrÿche.
Kirk Hammett did.
Kirk
Didn't
Hammett.
he do Jacksons? Well, a lot of the thrash metal guys did Jacksons. Maybe Kirk Hammett was not Jackson. LTDs or something.
There was a period where I wanted a Jackson guitar.
I'm a drummer. Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's move on. All right, so these guys, 6x6. This album came out maybe a week and a half ago or so. It's called Beyond Shadowlands. If you're not familiar with 6x6, it's their second album. It's a trio: Ian Crichton, guitarist from Saga, Nigel Glockler, drummer from Saxon, and Robert Barry, who's played with a bunch of people, 3.2, and some Keith Emerson stuff, and a bunch of other projects. I just wanted to give this album a shout out because I've liked all the singles from this album. I actually think this sounds really good, and I like it better than their first one. It's a really good kind of prog, not poppy, but it's not prog metal. It just has a little bit of rock to it, maybe a little bit of AOR sound to it, but really great playing. Ian's guitar playing on this is really good. This is the third single. We haven't covered one of their songs in one of these reaction videos, so I wanted to throw one in. So let's check this out. I think this is the last song on the album.
Hey, Roy.
Yeah.
The title still says Teramaze. You might want to change it.
Little Styx keyboard.
Yep.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
I like that. I think you probably remember I tried listening to this album and I couldn't get into it, and I don't know what number track this is on the album, but I would have liked this. And don't
I
say it
think
was
it's the
number.
last track, actually.
Okay, that would explain it because I dig this a lot. Yeah, clearly sticks very much so, which I love. I dig this. Now, this could be a conversation around AI music videos. We don't have to do that, I guess,
We
because
can bring it
I
up. I
still
mean,
don't have to.
I know a
Yeah.
lot of comments about this song were on YouTube and online that I saw where this song is great, but I hate the video. And also there were a lot of comments about that. Um, you know, it's would I rather a normal video where the band's playing and things like that? Yeah, I know in every case, right? But I don't know. I don't think it's bad. It's fine. It doesn't
I kind of like
one way
it.
or the other.
I'm one of those ones that I think if you can use AI and it's cool, great. And it seems like they did a pretty cool job with it. I'll just say this, like to anyone who's never had a music video made, they're so expensive. Like, not even just like expensive, like money wise, just like in terms of time and effort. And I don't know if you're a band that isn't just massive, the idea of putting all that effort into a video is kind of like, ugh, I don't know if it's like worth it. And this is what their third video off this album, maybe, or something you said.
Yeah, so the first let me see, I'm trying to remember. I think the first two videos were actually videos that were put together. So, a lot of times maybe the third video you might do something a little bit simpler or less cost
Yeah, like a lyric
effective.
video or
Or cost effective,
something.
sorry.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
We're
I think
facing
it's
that
fine.
challenge of, yeah,
It doesn't bother me.
we're trying to decide what do we do for music videos, and it's like, I mean, it could be $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for a music video. I don't know. So more power to them. I think it looks cool. I like the space stuff. This song sounds good. Like you said, that sticks keyboard part just stands right out. So I don't know. I'll give
I'm
this one
telling you, I
another
think this
try.
is a really underrated album that if you
I'll
haven't
give it
checked
another
it
try.
out, it's just really
Yeah.
solid and they did a really good job on it. So yeah, I'm a big fan of those guys. Okay,
Yeah.
next one and the last one for today is actually one I haven't even heard, but it came out today, and it's
Okay.
the new solo track from Richard Henshall. So, of course,
Oh,
guitars
cool.
from Haken. He's releasing a series of EPs. This is the second single from the first series of the first EP. Sorry, that comes out on June 7th. The first track was called MU, and this one's called Yang, and I haven't even heard it. So let's check it out together. All right.
Yang. That's the name of the guy from Caddyshack. That's like Rodney Dangerfield's caddy. Yang.
That's actually
Anyway.
what he meant to do. Yeah, that's what he.
I'm so sure. Oh, it's not Yang. It's Wang. Sorry.
Oh, that's so cool. Is that a typewriter? There's an old sewing machine there too. This totally sounds like Haken, though, right?
Oh, totally.
Oh, that's badass. He's great.
Wow.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
have
that
to hear
gives
the rest
me
of that. That sounds really good.
Polyphia vibes more than anything, which is, I mean, they're all kind of floating
Yeah.
in the same space, but really, really like askew rhythms. And, it's definitely got the Haken thing without the vocals, but maybe even a little more kind of out there or like avant-garde, I guess you could say. But man, he's really good.
Yeah.
And I love that the guitar is so small.
I was just gonna say that those guitars are amazing, but there is a little bit of a weird factor for me that they're so tiny,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
compact and no headstock
It's just funny. It's
and
like it starts to look like a toy, and he's playing this just bizarrely complicated music on it. It's just funny, and his hands are just large. And guitar players like that, they can play whatever. It's like Steve Vai; he can play whatever chord he wants. It's just funny. And there he is sitting
yeah,
amongst his, ancient stuff, submarine light or whatever that is. It's great. I like it,
yeah.
and to me this is like a great video. I mean, we're wanting to watch for the music, so it's cool to be able to see it and not have to see, an astronaut. I don't know.
Well, I like the quality of this. The camera's
It's
really
great.
good. The scenery's
Yeah.
really good. The lighting's really good, and you can do something like this and this doesn't have to be that expensive actually when
No.
it's done just like this. You just need a decent camera. Um,
Right.
I
And
think it looks
lighting
really
and
good.
editing probably still
Yeah,
cost a few $1,000, but yeah, no, you're right. It
no,
looks good. It looks good.
I
Maybe a
really
friend
like
did
that. All right,
over.
so
I hope.
yeah, I like these. I mean, these were all really good songs.
Yeah, I agree.
And yeah, a lot of great music out there, and there's a lot of great stuff coming down the pike that we'll be able to bring up here pretty
Let me
soon.
ask let me ask a question. So why does he release in multiple EPs as opposed to an album? Like just point of curiosity. Any idea? No.
Don't know. It
Okay.
might be. I don't know. I mean, look, there's a debate that goes on all the time. Is it worth still releasing full albums versus just singles versus So some bands have tried stuff like this, releasing just series of EPs. Between the Buried and Me did it. Big Wreck did it. So I don't know. I just think for certain projects, maybe you're just trying different things.
Yeah. The other side of
To
it
see
is
what
the
the
whole like
sticks.
data dump strategy where you've got like, bigger pop artists, but like Morgan Wallen and Taylor Swift, and they're just releasing like 36 track albums. They're not cutting anything. And it's this idea that the more data effectively that exists on Spotify, the more plays, the more revenue, which I don't think works for progressive because the songs actually take a little more time and effort to write, or hopefully they do. But we're in an interesting moment where the classic template for what an album should be, or the way that you distribute this art, we don't even know like what we want to do. I'm still an
Right.
album
Well,
purist,
yeah.
so I would prefer that. But
I think our audience, our core people that like this kind of music, all still gravitate towards albums. At least the evidence would sort of suggest that. And
I agree.
yeah. Anyway, and and people still buy vinyl, and
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff. So it's all good. Thanks for joining me, man, on this. Appreciate it. Have
yeah,
a
of
great
course.
weekend, and we'll see you guys next time. Got a new Wheel of Prague coming out soon. That's going to be a lot of fun. So keep an eye out for that. We'll see you
Can't
all
wait.
next time. Bye bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
Hey, thanks for checking out the podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on all our socials and progreport.com. And we'll see you all again real soon. Thanks.